Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Europa Universalis 4. I am now in week 19 of competition. And of course, last episode I was super excited by the fact that I finally cracked the top 10. And it looks like we're both there in an administrative and diplomatic way. We have amassed 2 points now, and we have a rank. So I went from 0 points, and out of my 10 games, this was by far the longest that I went sitting at 0 points. Finally cracked the scoring table and the ranking table, and jumped into the scores feet first on my gaming decathlon. Now, back to the game itself, though. So, we are Kilwa. This is my East Africa campaign, and you can see that we have control of both South and East Africa. We are pushing into the Congolese Basin, and we are making a dent on Ethiopia, as our friends, as Ethiopia has taken quite the hit here. So, in the short term, I have both a manpower and my army recovering from our previous war, manpower issue. But I also do have a rebel problem in Ethiopia, in territory that I just claimed. So I'm going to take care of that here real quick. This isn't going to take care of it entirely, but for only 0.02 ducats per month, I think it's worth it to drop down to 3%. And here for 0.01, same thing. Drop those to 3%. And as I get my army over here, which is on the way now, as my army recovers a bit, I'll be able to wipe out that 3% and make that rebel group go away. And meanwhile, I also have lots of things going on here that I can do something about. For instance, I have a tech level that I can pick up here. Global settler increase, trade range, and trade efficiency, plus a couple new ships available. So that's a big upgrade, and I'm gonna wait a tick for things to show up, see if it changes, as everything was showing 0%. Okay, there we go. So we picked that up. We are at 11, 10, 11 now. I do still have plenty to spend here now. Let's look at my neighbors first to see where they're at military tech-wise. 8, 8, 8. So I'm well ahead of them. I don't know about these neighbors. Despite contact here, I still don't have discovery of those neighbors. Kafa's an 11. Ethiopia's an 11. Marahan's 11. My ally Yemen is a 12. Curious 11. So a lot of 11s and Hormuz. So I am currently in 11. So I should probably hit level 12 before, even though that land maintenance modifier would be nice to have. And I'm not going to get an idea cost drop yet. I would like to pick up another merchant, though. That's not going to hurt me. Let's go ahead and take the extra merchant, but I'm going to hold off on the quantity idea for now. There you go. So now, with an extra merchant, I can, there we go, trade. Boy, there's a lot of trade value down here. But we don't have much power. But how much more power would I add? Yeah, I'm only transferring 6 downstream. Malacca looks like there's a lot more money. Great Lakes is in. Cape of Good Hope would be a good one, as I hold it down, but there's just not much trade value in there right now. Just as Zambezi really doesn't have much. And they're both transferring trade power. Should I reevaluate that? Like, and try to claim? Let's see what's going on around here. I might need a total shakeup here. Here's those Great Lakes. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, there's no... There's no money there. Even though some of it's transferring towards Congo. That's something I could worry about later. Like here, we're just transferring it along, but we're transferring it along to our own, so I guess that's fine. There's the other one I was looking at, and actually, we're losing all of that. We're not collecting anything, though it's only not even. It's 2/3 of a ducat a month. Now, this would be a good one to get in on the transfer towards us. It's almost 15 ducats a month, and if we could start steering that back to here, we can increase the trade value here for sure. We are transferring from Gulf of Aden down, so that's good. And I mean, look how much we're transferring. That's excellent. Everything goes towards Alexandria, so that wouldn't be good to get in on. Ethiopia would be good if it had a higher value, but it's only 1.8. Gulf, no, Indus. The Indus River Valley area does transfer downstream, but it doesn't have a ton of value. See, now here's another good one, but it doesn't go straight down. Okay, so I'm definitely leaning towards one of 3 options. Goa, and trying to get in on the high value that's there. I mean, it's got nearly 5 ducats leaving monthly. If we could steal some of that. That would be a collect. Malacca would be a transfer downstream. And we already do have a little bit of trade power there. That one might be the best one to cash in on at this point, as we just don't have much trade value here. You build on that, and we get something. You build on that, we get a little. But this can be direct, right? The other one would be Cape of Good Hope, because we're giving away all the trade there. And that's my area, so as I build it up, I'm just going to collect more and more. So do I want to try to steal from somebody else? Or do I want to cash in on my own fruits and labors? Because I would keep 100% of that. maybe I experiment first. Oh, see, I can't even reach. There you go. Okay, it's decided for me. I can't reach Malika. It's out of my trade range. So, we collect from what's here. I should, theoretically, get roughly 0.7 ducats per month. We'll quickly see if that's the case. It's not huge. Oh, ouch. 0.34 only. Really? We still lost? We're still losing a majority of it? Oh, because we only have 32%. Oh, another. Growth of the printing industry. The ability to mass produce the written word would revolutionize the spread of information and in many ways the early modern society as a whole, pioneered by Renaissance men such as Venetian printer Aldus Manutius. The new art helped fuel the Renaissance by making the translated classics more widely available. Later, the Reformation benefited greatly from the ability to spread critical publications and translations of the Holy Scriptures. Now that printing has matured as a technique and spread throughout Europe, editions have grown in hundreds of thousands of copies of everything from religious and political pamphlets to instructions in how to behave or scientific treatises are circulating the continent. With print shops growing ever more commonplace, rulers have found it hard to contain the new technique, as the comparatively easy means of production means censorship can be sidestepped by moving business across a border or even just changing the name on a title page. Alright. We'll monitor this to make sure it continues to go up as the effect is amplified. I do need to get these 4 territories claimed, and then over time I can worry about whether I want to expand into those other regions or not. I also want to make sure that I get the Comoros claimed, as well as these other islands, so that I cannot be encroached upon by Europeans or simply jumped as well. Alright, now we have not quite reached the area yet. Army is slowly recovering, but it's got quite a ways to go. I'm going to avoid that from the Mamluks, I think. How am I doing on my heir situation? I have no consort, but I have a 5-year-old heir who is... I could look for a new heir. Alright, now, did you... Yes, you did. So we're going to split you in half and send half of you here, half of you here, see if we can't make this rebel problem go away. Military divided. Forts or siege ability. Well, considering I only have a capital fort, we definitely must always attack. And I'm still accumulating points, thankfully. Okay, both provinces have just been cored, and we reduced overextension, which was our current mission. Okay, boy, all 3 of those are good ones. National tax modifier, that's nice, but I would have to go without war for quite a while until that's going to happen, especially with another 10,000-11,000 to go here, plus then the eventual recovery. So that would be a lengthy task. Nakor could be a pretty easy one, and that's just local development cost. Nakor, what's your Status. What is it? Kikandia and Busaga. Which is neither of these. That would give me that free reign to enter into wherever this is. And they are way behind us tech level wise. I can't do it yet. Not ready for a while. I do need to recover my military at least. But that'll give me recovery speed bonus, which could get us the rest of the way out of this hole that we're in currently, and yearly prestige would be good. It's only 10 worth, but the recovery speed would be nice. That'll allow us to continue expansion as well. Alright, let's see, how's it looking? 0 and 0.5. So they shouldn't erupt, certainly. And as these recover, it should go away. Looks like all of the current recovery is heading over here, which once it gets to 12, then Guido will fill up. And I can't help but want to place an R in there. Guido! Greedo fired first, or did he? Triangle trade. Let's see, Ethiopia. Fabricate a claim before we lose. What's there, and what can we claim that we don't already have claims on, apparently. There's Sanag. Hobio. Oh, there's Hobio. And Marek. Okay. So we'll go with the nearest one. And what's this? Oh, it's Nakor already, which now I have a claim on. Let's see, who do I have truces with? It's been a while. Ethiopia, yes. Karagwe and Mercuria. Okay, Karagwe, so we can't attack them, which is why we were trying to go through Nakor. I should go after Marahan, Funj, and Kafa. Funj is losing right now, and they're definitely lower level than we are. And Kafa's a 9-9-11, and small. So yes, let's build a spy network here. There we go. Ooh, we're back up on a few of these. Options. Settler increase. Again, I want to get military tech 12, so not going to do quantity yet. I already have one colonist available at the moment, so not going to go there, but faster colonies? Maybe. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, there we go. We are starting to drop. Rebel problem solved. Okay, which colony do we have right now? Alright, so we are out there. Again, I want to secure this as a border against the Europeans. I mean, it's already 1551. Alright, this one's fully recovered. This one's going to have, let's see, 13. So we got a ways still. Trade guilds and fraternities. Let's skip the text to keep things moving. And it looks like we're moving towards legalism just because of the other option is pretty negative. We have an ability popping up. This is helping with the unified culture that I recently finished. So what are my options? Prestige per development from missionary. That's not big. How about ship trade power propagation? That's good, but I only have 5 ships currently involved in that. Mercenary discipline is nice, but I'm not using mercenaries except when I have to. War score cost versus other religions. Blockade, impact on siege, religion enforced, which is what? Resistance to Reformation 90%. I'm not a Reformation nation. So blockade, mercenary discipline maybe, or ship trade propagation, or maybe oh no, I already have that. Mercenary discipline. Anything that's going to help us fight better. Okay, now Marihan is something I can get at. That is Wasteland. So I can't get at Kaffa. But Kaffa, who's only allied with Marihan, is at war with Ethiopia. So I would be able to get through Ethiopia because of the war. But otherwise, Ethiopia would not be interested in giving them, presumably, clearance through. Right. Let's see. Karagwe. I can go make that one go away. So it's only 10%, but I might as well. Plus, it's back in the direction I want to go. We are going to spend 10 ducats on that. Okay, there's Karagwe. What about these Graph Rainit? These are going to be low percentages, so I don't mind leaving it behind. I want to just kind of make these others go away in the process, though. So where is this Graph Rainit? Is that over here? Graph Rainit. Do I need to look it up? Hothen. I might have to resort to actually searching for this. Where is it? That's Aleperben Marte. Ah, there we go. Graph Rainit. Wonder if I should send the missionary. I have my missionary. 33 months, but that's gonna bump it up by what, 5%? And I'm already sitting on 20%. Oops. Okay, I guess I'm gonna do that. That was kind of an accident. I was trying to say no, not now. And instead I said yes, right now. Let's do this. Ah, finally, there's a reveal. Tabwa. Alright, looks like the rebels from Karagwe have faded. They are no longer an issue. I want to wait for military tech before I do anything. Plus, I still have about 2,000 to recover. there's a larger war on. I like that they're fighting right now. Marahan is actually something I could attack right now. But again, not ready yet. Plus, Nakor I want to get first. Marahan, I might have a small issue when it comes to fighting them off. There we go. It is October. I don't think we're going to see an upgrade in January, or a decrease in cost anyway. Okay, the African Plains Warriors are a 2-2-2. So, we go with our strength. Boy, I'm gonna need to invest a little bit of admin in that as well, and make some states here. Alright, my rebel factions are all down to 0. I nearly have these guys recovered, and it looks like there's a little war going on there as well. I should get my diplomats going, but with only one free, I'm going to need them to declare war here in the near future. And with almost 1,000 ducats, what can I do? Oh, my general has perished. Okay, we'll deal with that in a second. Local tax modifiers. There's a plus 0.1, so we'll take that. How about production? No massive improvements. Government? No massive improvements. What about trade? There's a few large ones. Cape, Mombasa, and Tet. Well, Cape is one that I want to benefit from, so let's go ahead and do that one for now. I'm going to need naval and army, especially land force limit increases here. And there's weapons manufacturing. 0.34 for Lundu. Well, there you go. That's a huge increase. That's a good use of money in the long term, even though it takes quite a while for that to be done. Alright, I am back to 25. Let's get a new leader. A young, terrible, terrible general. And we are ready. We will attack Nakor together, wipe them out, and then leave just a siege force as we head on to whatever army threatens us this way. They are already at war with Luba, Congo, and Cuba. So this is that war that's ongoing. That's going to make things that much easier. In fact, Busoga is not interested in, so Kikanya is the only one that's going to stand in the way. And I don't know what I'm going to get with Kikanya. Maybe I take them as a vassal? We'll see. Okay, battle's on. There we go. That's what I was going for. 1,000 in reserves, less than 1,000 in the battle. Okay. Now, I will be prepared to leave behind a siege and move on, but there's only one other nation, and I have no idea where they're at. There they are, Kakandia, and they look to be one of the bigger ones down there. What is their military tech 9? And it looks like I can actually access through this way. So let me wait a few ticks and see what happens here. Nice, colonist rush. That's a good one. I could possibly finish them off before ever seeing a force. Dilemma, losing power. Okay, their influence drops by 10. See, we're already at 35%. There we go. That job's done. Now we're gonna head here. Can't we just go the short way? Go the short way. Now, they are a little bit larger, so the vassalization option might be desirable. It looks like we're going to head... Oh, the capital's already under siege. So we'll head this way, I guess. No, why wouldn't you? Oh, because the castle on the capital. There's their army. Appears to be rather small. And now it could be ours. A weakened castle. Whoa! According to this, Kakandia is actually pretty big. Bring them back. So, if Kakandia is that big, I definitely would prefer the vassalization option. Because I can't gain any territory from them. But if they have a big chunk of the territory down here, then I could have a lot more of it claimed in just a single war than I thought was possible. Okay, we got away. No rebel problems there. Let's go ahead and get the next going. And yes, I am hurting now because I'm losing more per month in the siege effort than I'm recovering manpower-wise. So that's not a good thing, but we are so many levels ahead of them. I think they're at 9, I'm at 12. So as long as the siege does not take forever, we will be fine. My colony's nearly done. There we go, just like that, 94%. Let's see what happens claiming that territory. But I want... they're too big. They are too big. And I cannot claim any of their lands. Well, let's see. What can I do with Kakanda individually? I can't vassalize them. I can get war reparations. Get them to transfer trade power. Could I do enforced military access? I don't think I'm going to need it necessarily. Try to split them up a little bit, but they're not a threat. Taking them in, well, I can't take them in one go. That's the point, isn't it? Okay. We'll just go with that. War reparations and transfer trade power. Get them out of the war. Bring our army home. And I'm sure we're going to have a slight rebel problem there, so we'll deal with that. Boy, 17%. That's big. Alright, well, mission succeeded. Now, I could turn this into a city. We get a base production +1 out of it, and it's almost done, so let's go ahead and do that. Easy mission. By the way, I'm looking forward to trying the new mission system, but it turns out that the new Rule Britannia is a game breaker. So you have to start new games for that. So at some point, I'm going to have to start a new game. I'm not going to be able to keep this campaign going forever, especially when it's only 100 years in. We've still got nearly 300 years to play to get all the way through this campaign. But you do what you gotta do, right? So we'll see. We've dropped out of the top 10, so we're not picking up any points anymore. We're up to 6, though. That's awesome. And the 32nd place, we've moved up a few spots. Growth of the Port of Cape. The growth of our colony in Cape has always been closely associated with the natural harbor in the area, and over time the province has come to act as something of a local trade hub. As the settlement has grown, so has the importance of its port. The settlement has come to act as the entrepot for the entire region, and foreign as well as local traders all go there to conduct their trade. Excellent. Local development cost, local trade power, local sailors modifier, naval force limit, and institution spread. So it'll be a coastal center of trade instead of important natural harbor. Which means there were some good benefits already that it had that would just be a bit less now. Okay, Kaffa is gone. So we could turn our attention to Marahan here pretty soon. Let's see, what do we got now? Hopia. Yeah. That gives me claims on all 3 of these. Marahan has no... There's 4 provinces for me. Has no allies any longer. What I do have here, though, is a very threatening province. There we go. There we go. Yay! 0.23 already. Excellent job. Okay, now let's get a mission. Remove Karagway. Well, can we? How soon can we? Next June. We're gonna go with that one. It all helps in that expansion, especially over my territory, and that allows me to focus outside of the area. Okay, Comoros, that's a 111. That's a 111. That's a 111. And that's a 111. Those are the ones that I want to get soonest. There's a 221 at least, and that's still in my wheelhouse of near home, so I guess we'll start with this. So, Mahi. Naduga and Mafario. Verduga. There. And before you. Okay, it looks like I'm gonna have a rebel problem here. While I can make 10% of that go away, I can't make it all go away. And I'm very much at my force limit. Where do we go? Oh, it's up by 1 now. I can get 1 more. Of course, I can't do anything with that at the moment. I think I need to get Marahan soon before somebody else sweeps in there and sweeps them off the map. International Book Market. Ooh, did they just, no. Oh, Lega might be a good province to claim. No, I don't need to, because that's here either way. Speaking of, though, that's my progress into the Congo region. So I need to go through them to get there. And Bonyoya, with Ethiopia, really? Well, they'll be easy to claim when the time comes. But in the meantime, yes, Marahan needs to be my soon-to-be target. We are almost back to full strength. However, I do have an issue here, don't I? We are slightly above supply limit now. Which isn't going to help us recover terribly well. And they're at 70%. So let's move in there. See, supply limit is better. Colonial range. Naval equipment manufacturing. Or recruitment time, diplo relations, shipbuilding, global trade power, and state maintenance. The next couple are pretty weak. We're still behind. Let's go ahead and get that up to 11. Then we'll switch over to the other ideas. Well, to the ideas. Okay, that's done. Dun, dun, dun. Where to go? Let's see. No, we're not going to go for those right now. I guess I need to kind of do it more of this way. See, someone who doesn't have a whole bunch of unrest already. See, like 14% throughout this whole area. Like Karagwe. It's only minus 1.1. 37 months. Okay, let's do that one. Okay, I'm very happy with the state of the treasury at the moment. Okay, finally back to full force. Wuhan. That's right here too, right? Yes, it is. Now I can certainly afford a 5th cannon. Let me see here. And I need to be wrapping this episode up. I'm already 1 cav above where I should be. So I don't need a cav unit. 4 is perfect for flanking right now. That extra one's just extra, really. What's our combat width? Right now, what is this? Oh, unrest reduction. Another artillery unit would certainly help with the firepower. And we can afford one. And we have room for a single, so let's go ahead and do that. That's going to have the biggest impact. Ooh, there's our truce with Karagwe ended. But I need to deal with these rebels first. Buhan, they're at 90%. They're going to attack here anytime. The Rwandans are going to attack here anytime. And then they'll go away for a while once I deal with them. Okay, let's see. Mysticism. Okay, there we go. 26 now. We are back to force limit. That 90% means one of these guys are going to attack first. We're on the hills. That gives us the best fighting chance other than Ruguru. Yeah, it's going to be one or two of these three that they emerge from. Now they're at 90% as well, but I'm closest here. Oh shoot, I'm above supply limit though. Come on, attack already. There he goes. Bashubi, nice, I picked the right spot. They end up with the -1. And the Ulema are giving me some issues here. Oh man, that's... Alright, cost me 3,000 troops though, unfortunately. We'll get back to here. Naduga. Oh, and there they go. They hit at the same time. I end up with the -1 though, really? They struck right before I landed. Okay, national tax modifier. You know, I've got money coming in. Let's take the missionary strength. That'll help with some of the unrest issues that I'm having. Oh, that's way closer than I'd like that to be. English Columbia. Claim Kilwa as their own. That's gotta be the idea. Open that possibility. Cavalry flanking ability, a plus 50%. Nice. Okay, so we're down 8,000, but Nicor is going to be the only one with the unrest issues here. So let's start by going there for now. Supply limit's 23, so it's going to be a little while before that fills up. It's part of our patrimony now. Down to 9.1. Let's make that go away. Okay, I'm still doing this on Ethiopia. That's the last one. But I could probably mess with them in other ways. We'll see. What has happened? My army maintenance that much? 30 ducats a month? Whoa! Why? What? I have 6 mercenary units? I was not aware that I had 6 mercenary units. It had been a while since I'd been working on this campaign. I record a few episodes at a time. I'm going to make 2 of these go away. And we'll replace them with regular troops shortly. Alright, I am out of time. My rebel problem seems to be dealt with for now. And then we'll see from there what's going to happen next. Where shall I expand? Kandia now has claimed this territory, so it's actually Cacadia that I'm going to have to go through, and sadly, I have a truce with them for the next 9 years. So I'm going to have to finish by eating these up, and definitely Marahan, who still has no ally. As soon as I have my force recovered, I will be taking that territory away from them. But that does it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my Road to the Record. Bye for now.